we should be live soon. I'm just waiting to make sure everything is good on the other end. So, while we wait for that to start... Hey guys, what's up? It's Umbra here, and... Right, I forgot I'm not streaming on Twitch. I know not many people watch my Twitch compared to YouTube, so I usually like to introduce myself before I start streaming on Twitch. But you guys all know who I am, and, well, if not, I'm Umbra, and I mainly make Final Fantasy XIV videos, although I love to make other gaming content as well. And so, what I've been doing the past couple of days is... Okay, I think it's streaming. I just need to... But you got... Yep, there we go. Everything is good. Sweet. Okay, so, sorry, having a brain fart here. So, yeah, for this stream, what we're gonna do is we are just gonna mainly focus on... Well, we're gonna just have some fun. Like, one of the new jobs I'm leveling up is White Mage. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to level up all of my level 80 jobs, well, all my jobs up to 80 by the time Endwalker comes out, and so if I go right here and... Like, I don't have a lot of healers leveled up, and this is only level 72 because I have Scholar at level 72. Okay, we got some people in chat. Hi, Flygon, Carol, if I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, but hi there, welcome to the stream, how are you doing today? So yeah, I only have Scholar at 72 because I have Summoner at 72. I'm really terrible at Scholar, so that's, I'm a lot better with Astrologian or White Mage. So, well, I'm a lot better with White Mage and Astrologian. I do really like White Mage. I probably like Astrologian more, but I know White Mage is more meta, if I'm not mistaken, and White Mage is really fun to play too. So, I want to I'm gonna level them all up, and then I'm gonna level the rest. The one that I really need to work on is Bard. I know I said I'm gonna level up all my jobs to 80, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna do Blue Mage. Maybe I'll do Blue Mage just for the hell of it, but I'm still not 100% sure. Okay, we got more. Ah, that's nice. I see, I definitely need to work on armor some more as well, because my main job is a tank. I mainly play Dark Knight, and so it would probably be good for me to have an armor at max level. Like, the only two jobs I currently have max level on my crafters is Blacksmith and Culinarian. I definitely need to work on armor, so that's probably gonna be one of the next crafters I level up. So, and I want to work on all of my crafters as well and gatherers. I mean, maybe fishing. It's like Blue Mage, if I have to, and like there's nothing else for me to do, but you do it. Let's just wait and see. Okay, so let's see, level. Oh shit, I already did leveling today. But there's always Palace of the Dead and Squadrons, so I guess that can work too. I know I can also get some XP from Frontlines, but I'm not sure what... Oh, okay, less than 5 minutes? Yeah, hopefully we can get into a queue. I probably need to set up my hotbar for PvP because I don't think I've ever hopped into PvP with a healer before, so this will be new. It's just annoying how every crafter class relies on each other. Yeah. Especially in the end game, like if you want to make as much money as you can, you need to have all of them at level 80, including your gatherers. What I don't understand is, since a lot of the crafting jobs are pretty much all the same thing. Like, they're all the same job, just they have all the same abilities, they just craft different things. I don't understand why some of them don't share don't share the leveling process. So like, let's say for example blacksmith and armor, why don't they both share a leveling system, since they're both technically blacksmithing jobs? Like, you both work in a forge, except one creates armor and one creates weapons and tools. And same with, like, I don't know, maybe leather worker and weaver, or maybe alchemist and okay, well, alchemist, it might be a little different, because that's more like potions and chemicals, whereas culinarian is food. But, like, the point being, I don't understand why there aren't some that share a leveling process. Maybe that's just the casual in me talking, you know. Gotta respect the GCBTW. Wait, that didn't make as much sense, so... But, yeah, my point being, I agree, I don't like how they all overlap on... They rely on each other, and I kind of wish that they do some improvements. Yeah, absolutely. Especially since, like, how similar they are. Like, they're both... I mean, they're technically both blacksmiths. The only difference is one is called blacksmith, while the other is not called blacksmith. Kind of like how there's two catboys in this game, but one is superior and the other is not. Don't fight me, by the way. Mikode is way better than Hrothgar. Come at me. I'm just kidding. I mean, I'm not, but everyone's welcome here. This is some good beer. Oh, wow. That's the quickest frontline I've ever had pop up. Okay. And I'm Frontlines and Dark Lager. Not sponsored, by the way. I just really like dark beer. Ooh. Exactly. They literally share the same building. And they're pretty much the same guild, except the only thing different is they craft different items. What do the rest of you guys think in the chat? Do you think that some jobs like blacksmith and armor should share levels, or do you think they should remain separate? Personally, I think they should share levels, honestly. Okay, light party. My ear hurts for some reason, like my right ear. Ugh. Probably because I've had headphones on all day, and that's probably not good for my ears. But yeah. I should be just using a speaker, but I know you guys will just hear my audio playing into my microphone, and that won't look good. Alright. But, oh Jesus, look at my hotbar. What is all of this shit? Okay, I have 9 seconds to, like, unfuck my hotbar. Well, you know what, this is not good. This is not good, guys. Oh, excuse me. I'm gonna put this right here. Oh boy. I know what you mean. You gotta live up to the lolly ho, right? Lolly ho. I'm not sure if I'm doing that right. I haven't gotten a lot of money from Baja. Like, I've gotten some things, but most of the lockboxes I've gotten are not that great, if I'm being honest. Like, they're all just okay. They're not that great, like the stuff I've gotten from Baja, but maybe I've just had bad luck. Okay, sorry, I just have to figure out where to put all this shit. Glare. Sorry, everybody. I'm just trying to figure out where to put this shit. Oh, I really should have gone to the Wolves' Den before I decided to come here. Okay, hopefully this doesn't screw me over. Oh, wait, what? They have Protect here? Okay, I'm gonna use Rescue because I like to be a dick. Alrighty. Now we got that out of the way, let's see what we can do here. Where is my party? Is my party even here? Oh, Jesus, that Dark Knight's coming pretty close. I wonder if I can use Rescue on... No, oh no, that would be awesome if I could use Rescue on the enemy team and then just pull them over here to their death. Like, get over here! Like I'm fucking Scorpion from... I almost just said Metal Gear Solid. I'm so sorry. Jesus, I should be healing. I complain about the healers I run into in fucking instances, and I'm already doing pretty bad myself. Oh, okay, that makes sense. I never get anything good when it comes to the lockboxes. Like, it's... Oh my god, I almost healed that guy because I have the same color for the adders as I do. Okay, this ninja's gonna kill me. Fuck! Okay, what was I gonna say? Yeah, all I've been getting is just, like, those sparkler things that go for $1 on the market boards. I think I actually have it in my inventory. No, it's not that one, but it's a magic. That was not the thing I wanted to use. Yeah, Magic Prism Indigo Stars. That's all I've been getting from lock boxes in the Southern Front, and I just kind of got tired of it, so I kind of stopped caring about it. Although, I do really like the Bajan Southern Front. It's a lot of fun to play, and I've had more fun with it than Eureka. I didn't get that far in Eureka just because I was not having a good time. I really didn't like it, but from what I've played of Baja, I really like it. Yeah, I don't think most of the people doing PvP know what they're doing either. I sure as hell don't, especially since I've never played this job in PvP before. I can't tell if that's a VR or just somebody wearing bunny ears. Either way, that could be possible cultural. Okay, yeah, that is not a real VR. That's cultural appropriation! What the hell? I just heard somebody that wasn't my own voice. I don't know what I'm doing here. Yeah, and it just seems like there's more to do in Baja rather than just Eureka, where you just kill enemies one by one by one by one. I just didn't have a fun time with it. Oh, and I still need to work on my relic weapon because I still haven't gotten it for Samurai yet. I didn't do it for Dark Knight. I've done it for Samurai because it's my secondary job, and I figured it'd make more sense to do it for the job that I didn't get the tombstone weapon with. Because, like, I bought the Crypt Lurker Guillotine, if I said that right. Guillotine? I don't know, but I bought the 4.4 tombstone weapon for Dark Knight, and I figured I would get the artifact weapon for Samurai. But I would like to get the artifact sword for Dark Knight. The new one looks good. I'm not really a fan of the Dark Knight artifact weapon this X-Pack, to be honest. I don't like it. Looks like an anchor, if I'm being honest. I prefer like the long blades, but like with the slender edge. Like kind of more like, instead of a greatsword, more along the lines of like a two-handed longsword. Yeah. Wait, they have a Dark Knight? Wait, no, sorry. They have a Samurai Bunny helmet now? I have... is that like something they've added from one of the New Year's events? Because if I'm being honest with you guys, I haven't really been doing the seasonal events as I really should be. I just haven't really been that interested in doing the seasonal events. Like, I don't really like the rewards that they give. See, personally, I'm hoping it's not a scythe class, to be honest. Like, I'm hoping we don't get, like, Reaper or Necromancer or whatever it's going to be. I'm kind of hoping we get, like, Mystic Knight, or... I actually made a prediction video recently that was kind of breaking down Yoshi P's t-shirts and just trying to, I guess, put the pieces together, and I think if not Mystic Knight, Templar is another likely option, and Templar could operate similarly to Mystic Knight. Ooh, cool. Nice. I'll be sure to check that one out. But, I mean, Reaper would be cool, but I'm still hoping for Mystic Knight or Templar. I guess it would be Templar if it was going to, it would be called Templar if it was going to be Mystic Knight. But that doesn't necessarily mean it would be like Paladin, because I know a lot of people say, why would it be Templar? We already have Paladin. I mean, who's to say it would operate similarly to Paladin? I mean, Sage, like, the new job Sage, it does not look like a Sage at all. And it's certainly not similar to, like, the Sages we've seen in previous Final Fantasy games. Like, maybe Templar could be, like, Mystic Knight, or maybe it could look like, it could be the new Judge. Like, it could, like, look like the Arcadian judges from Final Fantasy XII. Like, I actually did hear another interesting theory about the judges, or I guess the next potential job if it is in the vein of Mystic Knight. Like, in one of the... I think I actually, if I can pull it up, I know I really shouldn't since I'm doing PvP right now, but I'm gonna see if I can pull it up. Sorry, I need to have Kleenexes in my rooms. I get a runny nose, like, this time of the year. I look like that one kid on the school bus with the runny nose that says, You got games on your phone? Guys, do you have games on your phone? Oh wait, can I... Okay. I think I did see something. If I go here, let's see if it's... Okay, no, it's not this. Where did I hear? Because I'm pretty sure I saw something in at least one of the Southern Front cards that explained something about a group of knights in the Republic of Landis, which is one of the zones in one of the countries, or I guess regions in the Evil East game, so like Final Fantasy XII. It's actually, they've made it kind of like a zone in lore for Final Fantasy XIV. It's called the Republic of Landis. It's actually where Gabranth is from. And I saw something about an order of magic using knights? Knights that use magic? Let's see. Is this it? Oh no, but I'm gonna look it up because I want to see if I can find it. God, I really should be focusing right now. My teammates are probably pissed at me because I'm doing a piss poor job heal. Yeah, oh, and I'm dead. Okay. Oh, hey, I leveled up. Wait, how much X? Okay, that's a lot of XP. It's good enough for me. Exercising the that's also a good way to get XP. I do too. I can't really say I'm a fan of the Evilise raids, but I do really like all the lore behind it, and I like the Evilise, how they're including Evilise into this game. Okay, so I think I might have found it. Let me just pull it up. I'm on what's it called? Field notes for. Okay, so there's this character. Okay, wait, no. This isn't the thing I want to look at. Okay, sorry. I'm gonna pull up my display capture right now and explain what I mean. So, just a sec. Alrighty, so Sartalvor, I'm probably just butchering this guy's name, but Sartalvor Quo Soranes, so an influential centurion of the 4th Imperial Legion. Whatever this guy's name, did not originally hail from the Empire. Something, 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 the Republic of Landis. Oh, no, wait. Sorry. Bosch van Gebrandt secretly feared Dalmasca's war mages and, seeking to fight fire with fire, as it were, hatched a plan to form his own contingent of powerful sorcerers. To accomplish this, he set his eyes on the subjugated former Republic of Landis, in particular, Manethiwo, if I'm saying that right? The only city in the Republic to boast its company of mage knights. Mystic knights. That could lead to something. And they don't exactly say what exactly these mage knights are, whether or not they're just knights that, like, they're just, like, technically they're sworn as knights and they just are regular sorcerers, or if they are knights and they use, like, blades mixed with sorcery or something or other. But that could be a hint as well, is if they do decide to go for Templar, although I guess in this case it'd be however it's pronounced. Alrighty. The only thing in the Evilise Alliance is missing is a prequel. Yes, I would like to see that as well. Okay, so I think what we're gonna do right now is... Shit, I didn't realize I already did leveling today, so I'm sorry about that. We're gonna do Palace of the Dead, because that's a pretty surefire way to level up pretty quickly. Yeah, and another thing about Templars as well, going back to that, is one of the abilities that they can use in Final Fantasy Tactics is Spellblade, making it, if it would be possibly less like Templar and more like Mystic Knights. Okay, or a Spellblade or Rune Fencer. Okay, I forget where Palace of the Dead is. Quarry Mill, that's it. The kind of sword I would like, or sorry, the kind of weapon though I'd personally like to see Templar use, this is just me personally, is Templars would use dual swords that can be combined into a bladed staff, kind of like Gibranth's weapon, and that staff could be used to do like magical attacks. Because in the other Final Fantasy games, Templars use like swords and shields and spears or lances. There's already 2 jobs in the games that already use that, so they'd have to help, I guess, give the class its own identity instead of just being Paladin if it was a DPS job. I mean, they did a similar thing to Dancer, because in the older Final Fantasy games, Dancer was more of, I guess, a healer support job. I mean, it's still a support job, but they use like a single dagger, whereas they use like chakrams in Final Fantasy XIV and their ranged DPS. I still think Dancer being ranged was a weird choice, and how Samurai is a DPS job instead of a tank, which it was in Final Fantasy XI, or how Dark Knight is a tank in Final Fantasy XIV rather than a DPS job, because in the older Final Fantasy games, Dark Knight would sacrifice their own health to do damage, whereas in 14 it's more they sacrifice their MP to do more damage and to become more powerful. Alrighty, I'm procrastinating too much. That's a nice Viera, but I gotta stay focused on the task at hand. Okay, yeah, I gotta clear all of this abandoned runs. Alrighty, let's see how quickly we can get in. Okay, less than 5 minutes, so that's good. Ugh. And another thing too, going back to the Dark Knight thing, is they would definitely have to find a new weapon for Templar if they did do a Templar, like, because I mean, like, they've given the new jobs other weapons, like Dancer had daggers in Final Fantasy XI, and they gave them chakrams. And in Final Fantasy XI, in 11, they had multiple... You had multiple weapons to choose from, but, there was always, like, their signature weapon and the weapon they were most powerful with. And for Dark Knight, that was a scythe. And it would be cool to get a scythe job, honestly, but I'm kind of hoping more for Mystic Knight, personally. And in 14, Dark Knight wields a great sword. Okay, I don't know how to use this. Dual Mace for Templar would be cool as well. I would like that. Especially since we don't have any jobs in 14 that use blunt weapons. I mean, for Dark Knight, there's like clubs, and I think there might be for Warrior, if I'm not mistaken. Mace would also be a weapon that I'd like to see, honestly, if not the dual swords that can be, combined into a bladed staff, like Gibranth or something. Oh god, excuse me. Yeah, they say soda makes you burp, but beer makes you burp more. But, shit, what was I saying? I lost my train of thought. Yeah, I'd like to see, if not the bladed weapon, I'd like to see, like, a blunted weapon, like, maybe a mace. Dual maces would be cool as well, kind of like trying to think, that one weapon from Dark Souls 3 that could be dual wielded, like the whatchamacallit, the Drang hammers, if I'm not mistaken. Those were cool weapons to use. And yeah, hammers would also be a cool job to use as well. Like a nice warhammer, just charge into battle as a Temper, screaming, "For the Emperor, my brothers!" That would be interesting as well if they decided to do that. Although, the problem with that, if they did decide to go down that route, is if they did do that, then everybody that is playing Dark Knight right now, like, they'd have to find a way to work around that if they didn't, sorry, I'm kind of getting lost in my own words, the problem is, if they did decide to do that as if they did decide to merge the leveling process, or, like, share a leveling process, in the same way they do with, I don't know, Scholar, or, sorry, Arcanist, is everybody with a Dark Knight, once they unlock the new job that shares the leveling process, so whatever the Scythe job is, they'll get their Dark Knights instantly leveled to 70, which is nice, but I'm not sure if Square Enix would be trying to do that. Geomancer would be cool as a limited job, although Geomancy isn't Geomancy similar already, like, isn't Geomancer like Otherd's version of Astrologian? If correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not 100% sure myself. Oh hey, free cure too. Also, sorry if I'm kind of fucking up my sentences a lot while I'm trying to... Okay, well, you walked into that, sir. Crab King. Okay, sorry. I lost my train of thought. I'm trying to do two things at once. I should be better at multitasking by now, but yeah, sorry. But Geomancer would be pretty cool at some points. Although I'm surprised they haven't announced a limited job for Endwalker yet. Like, especially with, like, the new guy in the Bajin Southern Front being, like, a Beastmaster. I'm surprised they haven't, like, announced, like, Beastmaster or something. Because didn't Yoshi P said that if they added oh shit. I'm a toad! Morty, I've trapped myself into a toad! I'm Toad Rick! Wubba lubba dub dub! Sorry. But Jesus, I'm losing track of what I'm saying. I feel like I have dementia right now. But what I was saying is, like, what they've shown with the new guy, I think Lions Rem something or other, the older Highlander guy who's in the Bajin Southern Front. He's like the last boss in Castrum Lacus Latore. They kind of seem to be hyping it up, that Beastmaster would be like a limited job or something. If they did, it'd be like Pokemon in... Yeah, if they ever did Beastmaster as a limited job, it'd be like Pokemon in Final Fantasy XIV. But... Okay, sorry, I'll take a look. Geomancer. That would be awesome, actually. The idea of, like, using the land around you. You can be an earthbender and a waterbender. Holy shit, does this mean we'll become the Avatar? That'd be awesome. I'd actually really like to see an Avatar job. Hopefully we can also gain access to fire and airbending as well. I think if, going back into that, I just started watching, well, I never watched, Avatar: The Last Airbender growing up. I'm not sure if, I ever told you guys on YouTube this, but I am 20 years old, so growing up, I've never seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, but I always kind of wanted. Oh Jesus! Look at my health. Oh, this is not good. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. Oh Jesus! Please forgive me. I have all these lilies that I need to spend. But yeah, I've always wanted to see Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I mean it was on Netflix for the longest time, so I guess last summer, like during quarantine, or I think it was like around May. It was still during quarantine where I'm living. I finally gave it a go, and I love the show. It was awesome, and if bending was a real thing, I'd want to be a waterbender. Like, I just think there's a lot of cool things you can do with waterbending. I keep on forgetting to use my AoE heal abilities, which is probably a very bad thing. Yes, Irish gamer, thank you. The Last Airbender is miles better. I wouldn't even put them in the same category, honestly. Like, I tried 4 episodes of The Legend of Korra, and I just couldn't get into it. Like, excuse my language, but Korra is so fucking unlikable. Like, I've been told she gets better, and like, oh, it's okay because she's going through a rough time, and like, she's been through a lot. Aang had his entire race slaughtered, and he went through so much, and he wasn't nearly as unlikable as Korra. And I just don't really like any of the characters in Korra, honestly, but I really liked The Last Airbender from what I watched of it. Especially every scene with Zuko and Iroh, but that being said, if bending was real, I would want to be a waterbender, because there's a lot of cool shit you can do with waterbending. Although, to be fair, you've always got a source of, you gotta have a source of water to, I guess, use bending. But, like that one episode of Avatar, just like that one episode with the old lady, there's always a source of water. The humidity of the air. You can use your own sweat. And even the enemy of your blood. Your enemy's blood. Yes, Felix. Felixson. It is a really boring show. And I've been told that I went like 4 episodes in season 1, and it was such a boring show. Like, I just don't want to continue it anymore, honestly. It was not fun at all. And bloodbending is scary as shit, but it would be a really interesting thing to do. And, you know, they didn't even go into, like, they only got into like a quarter of what you could probably do with bloodbending, hypothetically speaking, because, you know, it's a kid show on Nickelodeon, and they can't really be too violent. I mean, the show had a lot of mature subjects for a Nickelodeon show, but they couldn't go into full detail. But let's say, for example, all the shit you could do with bloodbending. Like, you could, like, I know you can make blades from water and just, like, ice from water. And you can cut shit with water. So I'll let you guys do the math on that one. And you know Dark Knight's ability, Abyssal Drain, where, like, you use it on somebody and it has, like, a red spiky thing? I like to think that's, like, a form of bloodbending, but you do that with the person's blood, so this shit you get impaled from the inside. I mean, as fucked up and disturbing as that sounds, I know, but, like, there's a lot of crazy shit you can do with bloodbending, and I know this is probably gonna get taken out of context and make me sound like a psychopath. But yeah, there's a lot of cool shit you can do with waterbending. Okay, I'm I'm gonna check chat too. Firebending would be a cool thing as well, especially with... Although, I feel like it'd be the most fun to use in combat, but like... Oh no, that's not true, because I was gonna say it wouldn't be the most practical, but that's not true. Like, you saw in one episode, Iroh was heating his tea with firebending, and let's say, if I'm... Because I live in Canada, and the winters are cold as fuck, so hopefully when school starts again and I have to drive to school, God forbid my school will be open, I can use firebending to keep myself warm in the car, and lightning banding would come pretty handy once, if, like, power outages on out. Have I seen Full Metal Alchemist and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood? Yes! And I absolutely love them. Fun fact, I don't really watch anime as much as I used to, but Full Metal Alchemist was, the 2003 version was the first anime I ever saw. I was, I think, 5 years old at the time? Or maybe 6, I know, young as hell, but I fell in love with it. I read a little bit of the manga. I kind of want to read the manga again, like, although I didn't read the whole thing, maybe like the first couple of volumes and maybe like the 13th volume for some reason, but I really want to read the manga, and I've seen Brotherhood and the 2003 one, and I absolutely love it. It's still... The Brotherhood is still my favorite anime of all time. Like, I love the 2003 version too. I'm not a fan of the ending, but I like Brotherhood a lot more, and I just really enjoyed it. Such a good show. And... Oh, nice, Alberta. I'm from Ontario myself. Wait, Irish gamer. You're Canadian? You're not Irish? That's okay. But I do want to check out Alberta. Like, I want to go to Edmonton, or I'm not sure what are some good places to visit in Alberta. I'd love to go at some points. I live in Ontario myself. Yeah, Full Metal Alchemist does have a good one. And, like, the alchemy you could do would be awesome. I'm trying to think. If I was an alchemist, what kind of alchemy would I like to try? Maybe, like, the kind of shit Edward Elric and Alphonse does? But maybe... I mean, I wouldn't give up my own leg and an arm, literally in this case, to use, like, full metal alchemy, but maybe I'd, like, wear a suit of armor and then just use, or, like, armor on my legs or armors on my hand to, like, turn my arm into a wristblade or something like that. Oh hey, hopefully we leveled up from this. And another anime that... Oh, okay, my bad, sorry. And Eureka. I'll be sure to check that out. Thank you for mentioning that. Alrighty, Flagon, thank you so much for coming to the stream, dude. I hope you have an amazing night. Stay safe. Alright. And I would like to... Another anime I've been trying to watch. I'm actually, like... I think 13 episodes in. Wait. I didn't level up! I'm a sad number. I'm gonna... I didn't have that much beer left anyway, so... That was barely a shot. Oh. But another, anime I've been watching is Vinland Saga. I really like that anime too, especially since, if you guys don't know, I'm really into, like, the whole Vikings and Norse mythology kind of thing, and I really like the idea of like an anime with that setting. I haven't read the manga, but I'm watching the anime series right now, and I really like it from what I've seen so far. It's really good. Okay, what else should we try? Should we do another run of Palace? I'm gonna do that. Oh my god, what the what the hell? Alright. Let's do Palace. Bungo Stray Dogs? I might have heard of it actually, but I don't think I've seen it. I'm always looking for good shows I'm always looking for good anime or shows to watch. Honestly, I've kind of run out of things to watch right now. Like, the main thing I was watching is, at this moment, was Vinland Saga and some shows on Netflix that I can't remember. And The Boys on Amazon Prime, but sadly, I'm all caught up in The Boys. Oh, I was watching The Mandalorian. I really like that show too. Although I canceled my Disney Plus subscription after I watched it, because that was the only reason I did. And then WandaVision comes out. I'll find a way to watch that too. And there's also Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And then we've got the Loki series, which I actually really want to see, because Loki was one of my favorite characters in the MCU. The development he had was really well done. But yes, I do want to see more anime like that. I'll check out... I'm gonna try to say that correctly. Oh, Jesus! Oh, fuck! I should heal this guy! Oh my god. I should really pay more attention. I'm gonna focus him so I'm not making sure he's running out of health. Yeah, I'm always looking for more shows to watch, especially since I've kind of run out of things to watch on Netflix or Amazon Prime. Well, I mean, other than Vinland Saga, but I kind of forgot I was watching that. I think I was actually watching it to like before Assassin's Creed Valhalla came out actually, but I kind of got distracted by Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Although I still gotta play that game too. Like, I think halfway in, although the game's so long that I can't remember if I'm halfway through or like not even halfway through. And then there's some other games I still need to play too. Like, I've got a couple of games on PlayStation I want to play, like Ghost of Tsushima, Spider-Man Miles Morales, Demon Souls, but knowing how shit I am at Demon Souls, I'm not sure if I'm ever gonna be able to beat it. Trying to think. There's probably some others that I'm forgetting about, and then there's Assassin's Creed Valhalla. But yeah, I definitely have a backlog of games that I seriously need to work on. And there's some other single-player games, not new ones, that I want to check out, like Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I'm more into kind of like the Norse kind of theme, but I do really like Greek mythology and like the whole Spartan and ancient Greece kind of thing. And I'm also interested in Immortals Phoenix Rising, which is a new game that kind of fell off of everyone's radar, but I heard it's pretty good from what I've heard of it. It looks like a mix between the newer Assassin's Creeds mixed with The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and it's like based on Greek mythology. It looks pretty cool from what I've heard so far, honestly. Actually, I've played it. I forget. I've been playing so many games lately that I'm forgetting to keep track of a lot of them. Like, I think I'm starting to lose my marbles. Okay, that Thankfully, I'm not losing my marbles to the... Where are you going? Okay, I guess we're going this way? Are we going this way? No? No. Oh, Jesus. Okay, never mind. So, what are you guys, how about you guys? Is there any new single-player games that you guys have been playing lately that you've really enjoyed? Whether it's something new that's come out, or something old? Or are there any new games that you guys are looking forward to? Me personally, right now, the one game I'm really looking forward to... Oh, that's not good. And I have to hard raise her because she walked right into that. One game that I'm really looking forward to is the Nier Replicant remake. I got into the series from Nier Automata, and it's like one of my favorite games. I loved it. It actually made me really sad after beating it, just because this game itself is really sad. And I actually did try Gestalt for the Xbox 360. This was in 2017, so I literally pulled out my 360 just to play it. Although Gestalt was the only version in the West, I knew there was a different version called Replicant that was only for the PS3 in Japan that had... But instead of him being the father of Yona, he was the brother of Yona. And I'm so glad that we're finally getting Replicant to the West, and it's getting like... they say it's like an enhancement, but from what I've seen, it looks more like a remake. The gameplay looks a lot better, because I'm not gonna lie, Gestalt's gameplay, like the original Nier gameplays, was shit. And this looks a lot better. I'm just really looking forward to checking out Gestalt and seeing what it's like, honestly. Or, no, sorry, the Replicant remake. Although, one thing I do know, that I played the PS4 and PS5 version of Replicants, and... Or, no, sorry, the PS4 and PC version of Automata. The PC version had a lot of optimization issues that had to be solved with, mods. So I'm hoping Replicant isn't like that, because I'm probably gonna get it for PC. Legend of Dragoon. That sounds cool. Just don't be a Dragoon in Final Fantasy XIV and tank the floor. or do. That sounds cool. Oh yeah, Devil May Cry is another game I've been meaning to do another playthrough of. I have it for PS4, and I think in December I bought the DLC the Virgil DLC that's basically... It's basically like the special edition on next-gen consoles, but you don't get some access to Legendary Dark Knight and like the Turbo, which is kind of shitty, but I just want to play as Virgil. Nice. I'll be sure to check it out, like Legend of Dragoon and Final Fantasy 13. I do want to try more Final Fantasy 13. Believe it or not, Final Fantasy 13 was actually the first Final Fantasy game I ever played. And I know that's a terrible place to start for a Final Fantasy fan, but I remember I was like 9 or 10 years old, and I went to a Blockbuster one morning. It was kind of like a family tradition. We would go to Blockbuster and like rent out a movie or a video game, and I saw the trailers for Final Fantasy 13, like the commercials, and I thought, this game looks really cool. I like it. And So I picked it up, but I never got far because the only turn-based games I was really into at the time were Pokemon, and I just didn't get very far. But if I ever did get it again, or get access to it again, I do want to try 13. I want to try as many Final Fantasy games as I can, honestly. And oh god, I'm Toad, Morty, I'm Toad Rick again. Oh yeah, 13 was my first game too. I just saw that part in chat too, my bad. There's a lot of Final Fantasy games I want to try. Like, I want to play through 12. I have it on Steam that I think I'm like an hour or two in. And I also have 8 for my Switch, and I like 8 so far. I also have the 7 remake, but I do want to try the original 7, but I want to see if there's mods to like improve the models because the graphics haven't particularly aged well. And I do want to try Final Fantasy IV, especially since Endwalker is, from the looks of it, it's gonna have a lot of Final Fantasy IV references, especially since like the Warrior of Light turning from Dark Knight into Paladin, that's a lot like the protagonist of 4, Cecil, and how we're going to the moon and everything. And I think one of the pre-order bonuses for Endwalker is a whale, which is how you get to the moon. I'm not sure. But everybody watching this stream right now, what is your favorite Final Fantasy game? If it's 14, if it's any other Final Fantasy game? Alrighty, Felix, thank you for coming to the stream, and I hope you have a great night. Thank you for watching and enjoying. Oh, Jesus, I really need to heal these people. But yeah, thank you for coming to the stream. It's always appreciated, and I hope you have a wonderful night. Okay, I actually haven't been paying a whole lot of attention to... Is this... Are we on the last floor? Okay, no, we're on floor 58. You will automatically be revived upon well, that's good to know. I'm gonna pop my Mormo stage. And I should be healing him, not me. And great, I can't see, I'm legally blind. Yes, I'm quoting a dead meme, and for that I greatly apologize. Okay, heal. Forget, what does Assai's do? Okay, it does damage and it heals. That's pretty cool. I really need to heal him. Look away! I really should not be healing in this game. Okay, he's better now. He's paralyzed, so that might not be helping. Oh god, my throat is sore. I'm gonna have to... Okay, forgot I had a water bottle right next to me. You know, gotta stay hydrated, guys. Haha, drink water. Isn't that a funny meme? Wholesome Reddit moment. Drink water. Get it? The joke is drink water. Do a basic human function. Sorry. Okay, we got some in chat. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, 10 is another Final Fantasy game I want to check out too. I've heard a lot of great things about it. 7, 12 is really good too. And 2? I don't think I've played 2. That's like... did it ever come to the West officially? Because I remember hearing how the ones that came out to the West was like 1 and 4, but it was called 2, and then 6, but it was called 3. I might be wrong though, but I do want to try as many Final Fantasy games as I can. So far, I think 14 is my favorite because it's the only one I've really sunk into, and 7 only because of the 7 remake, although I want to play the original 7 as well. I do want to play more of 12 as well. Like, the only Final Fantasy games I've really fully played through is this one, the 7 remake, and 15, and I mean, people give 15 a lot of flack. Like, it's not as bad as everybody makes it out to be. It's certainly far from the greatest Final Fantasy game, but just itself as a game, I enjoyed the game, but 15 definitely had some issues, which is funny. Like, the gameplay and like the the thing about 15 is, like, the first half of the game is all open world, and the later half is just like a hallway simulator. But the funny thing is, I actually found that the story and the quests weren't as good in the first half when it was more open world, but the storyline and the quest was a lot better in the later half of the game, when the stakes were starting to become more high and everything. I won't go into much detail. Original 7 had a better story, and Cloud was less damaged. I could see that. And the thing, though, to remember, too, is, like, the remake story isn't complete yet. Like, they're going to be making, I guess, they're pushing the remakes into sequels, so I'm assuming since there's 3 discs of 7, there's gonna be, like, 2 more sequels to the 7 remake, and so they're probably gonna expand upon that as well. But I would like to check out 7 more. Did I level up? How far did I level up? Level 48. Now I'm halfway to 49, and then I'll be able to load up on gear. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people had a lot of issues with 15 and Lightning Returns as well. And it's especially, I understand and don't blame you if it was at launch as well, because I remember the launch version of the game being pretty limited, and it wasn't until, like, I think a year later until they released the Royal Edition when they actually had the full game that they intended for everyone. But even, and then they were gonna have more DLC to, I guess, expand upon that, but they just decided, lol, nope, we're done with that. And I thought, okay, that was nice, like, now they'll be focusing on Final Fantasy 16 instead of 15 DLCs. But then we find out 16 is being made by Creative Business Division 3, including Yoshi P, who makes Final Fantasy 14, so, which is a different studio from 15, so I'm thinking, why did they cancel it? But yeah, the game definitely had quite a bit of issues, so I think the stream's going to come to an end soon. I think we're gonna end off this video with a leveling, or an expert roulette. What do you guys say? Would you guys want to see, do you guys want to see an expert roulette, or more Palace of the Dead, or maybe a Squadron? I think let's end the video. I want to hear what you guys think. What would you guys rather see, like, for the last part of the stream? And until then, I will run around spamming my Gunbreaker abilities like a massive dumbass. Hey Lois, look at me. I shot myself in the... Wait, I forget. Does he shoot him? Do Gunbreakers shoot themselves in the face when they're using Superbolide? Is it Super Bolide? I'm not sure, but either way, he's fun. Anything then but Palace of the Dead. I heard you loud and clear. Expert Roulette it is. Instant Q! Because we're playing as tanks, and tanks are the master race in the game. Or master role, I guess, in this case. Well, at least it's not, the Hero's Gauntlet. I've been getting that too much. Look it, we're all cat boys here. Except I'm the better cat boy. I don't know. I think I'm meant to do this as a Dark Knight. I chose Gunbreaker because I was screwing around and I didn't realize I still had Gunbreaker on when I was queued up. Oh my god. Alrighty. And Irish Gamer, I play on Gilgamesh on the Aether Data Center. Fun fact, okay, are you trying to run ahead of me, Mr. Scholar? Oh god. I kinda hate it when healers do that, honestly, in, like, a dungeon. So yeah, I play on... Did I just forget the server? Oh Christ, I don't have- oh my god, I don't have my tank stance on! Oh my god, okay. Oh jeez, that's not good. No. I am so distracted. But yeah, fun fact, I actually did start the game on Moogle on the Chaos Data Center, which is the European data center, but the reason for that and why it was not an American or North American data center was because my friend who introduced me to the game lives in the UK, I believe, and that was the server he played on, and so I wanted to play with my friend, but I decided to move to a North American data center just because there wasn't a lot of people who spoke English on Moogle. It was mostly French speakers, and I think the FC I was in before was like one of the few English speaking guilds in the, at least the ones that were online at the same time I was. It was mainly the time zone difference that kind of made it hard, but I switched to the Gilgamesh. And I've been really happy with it. Really? I haven't really seen many people on, or many fellow YouTubers on Gilgamesh. Like, I've seen a lot on, like, Cactuar or Sargatanis, or, like, EU data centers. I've seen a lot of, YouTubers on EU data centers as well. Like, I know there's some on, like, Cactuar, Balmung, Sarkatanis, I think Phoenix, or maybe it was Omega. I haven't really, or, no wait, doesn't Mr. Happy play on Gilgamesh? I'm ashamed to say I don't watch a lot of Mr. Happy's videos, but, does he play on Gilgamesh? Or was it Sargatanis? I might be wrong. Hard Rock Cafe, more like. For real though, once hopefully COVID ends, I do want to go to a Hard Rock Cafe again. I know there's one in Niagara Falls that I would love to visit. I just want to go to Niagara Falls in general again. I live pretty close to Niagara Falls, and going there on like fun day vacations is always such a treat. And I know my brother's really into old music, like music from the 80s, the 70s, and like Hard Rock Cafe is his favorite place because of that. And I just wanna, I just need some nostalgia, I guess, because we would go there a lot. Let's see what these look like. These actually look pretty cool. I'm gonna need on them. I need some good, I could always use some good tank glamour. Yeah, I had a feeling, or I think I might have saw something about Mr. Happy being from Gilgamesh. Or maybe it was Miomi? I can't remember if it was like either of them, but I'm I'm pretty sure at least one of them is. Yeah, I'm sad to hear that we're never really gonna be rid of this. I would like to, and hopefully we can go to some semblance of normality again, but with the way that our government, since we're both Canadian, has been handling things, I don't want to get too much into politics, but needless to say, things haven't been going great in that regard. But I'm not gonna go into too much about politics. I'd like to keep this mainly about gaming, but I would like to go to restaurants like that some more. Why are you pulling, you smooth brain? Why do healers feel the need to, like, I know I've seen memes about DPS pulling mobs, but I've honestly seen a lot more healers like pull mobs before the tank do. Like, why do they feel the need to that and then get mad when I don't aggro them, since clearly they want to do my job? Sorry. Just a little pet peeve of mine, I guess. I'm hoping I can get a vaccine soon. Oh shit, I thought I turned off Royal Guard for a second. Oh yeah, speaking of Devil May Cry, we've got Royal Guard! But we don't have Swordmaster, Trickster, or Gunslinger, but we have Gunbreaker, so I guess we have Royal Guard and Gunslinger technically. My throat is getting parched. I love the music for this dungeon. Like, it reminds me of Fantasia from, like, the Fantasia Disney movie. Or, like, one, I guess, song or scene from Fantasia. Like, I think it was The Sorcerer's Apprentice. Like, that was the song I'm thinking of, but yeah, I like it. Oh, nice! How far are you in Stormblood right now? I really like the base content for Stormblood, but honestly, I wasn't a huge fan of Stormblood for the most part myself. I do really like the jobs they added in Stormblood. So, like, Samurai and Red Mage, and I like the Omega Escape raids, but I wasn't a huge fan of, like, Stormblood for the most part. My ears kind of hurt. I shouldn't be wearing headphones so much, as I do. I do want to get like good speakers for my PC. Like, I think that might be the next Amazon purchase I get, honestly. Like, good speakers for my PC, because I wear headphones way too much. Oh, first trial. You just finished Susano? I love that trial. I think that was one of my... I think that was my favorite, actually, in Stormblood. Susano was a fun fight, and I liked how instead of the other primals that you fight against that are like, I will take your life force and use it to power my... I'm drawing a blank here. My servants. He's just like, let the revel begin! I just want to have a good time with you. Like, I just like how he's more concerned with having a good fight and having fun rather than killing us and eating our souls or some shit. That was a good part of Stormblood that I liked. Hey, don't you run ahead of me, mister. I see what you're trying to do. Yeah, I hope you stand in one of those AoEs. Teach you to run ahead of me. I'm the tank, not you. Or, no. You want to know a good way to assert dominance? Use Superbolide, but don't actually do that, because that's kind of a shitty thing to do for the rest of the party. Like, we all just want to get this done at the end of the day. We don't want to screw around longer than he used to. Oh, and I probably should be using these more. Wait, I forgot, where was I going? Okay. So one thing that was interesting, it was fun, but the DPS, you had trouble with the DPS in the group. It can be hard, especially if it's like the first time people have done it and they don't really know the mechanics. Oh, speaking of, especially since this is Susano we're talking about, here's a fun story. So, the first time I ever did Susano during Stormblood, this was like around the time it released, I was playing through this was like when I switched from Ninja to Dark Knights, and I was still like fairly new to like being a tank main at the time, and so I kept on wiping constantly during the fight, and it wasn't until my FC member who did it with me, he was a massive asshole, by the way, like one of the most toxic people that I've met, but he told me what a tank buster was, and I shit you guys not, that's why I kept on dying. I had no idea what a tank buster was. And so, like, when Susano was, like, using one of his first abilities and I kept on dying and screwing up the rest of the group, and I feel pretty bad about that, honestly. I had no idea what tank busters were, and that fight basically showed me what they were. And so, that was definitely a fun kind of experience to go through. Alright. Is somebody just wasting our... Wait, who's... Oh, okay, of course it's the healer that ran ahead of the rest of the group. I'd be surprised if you pull it. I'm starting to get a little tired here myself soon. I think I'm probably gonna call it a night after we end the stream after this last fight. But again, thank you guys so much for coming to the stream. It's always been a pleasure streaming it's always a pleasure to stream and interact with you guys in chat. And I think now that I know that you guys prefer it when I stream on YouTube rather than Twitch, I think I'm gonna make a habit of streaming on YouTube more. Like, I know Twitch is the bigger streaming platform, but especially since I mainly do YouTube here, and I guess it's easier to interact with you all, and I guess make you guys aware of what's happening and like when I'm streaming. I think I'm gonna try to stream on YouTube more so than Twitch. We fall. We fall. Sorry. I'm gonna pop the cooldown. I'll tell you one thing. This healer is getting a calm, but I'm calming them as a tank because they... Yeah. Whee! Okay, and so we're supposed to go this way. I love how all of the Porksy's abilities are named after food in this fight. Meat mallet. Something bacon or other. Open flame. You know, it's all fun and games until, like, she has an ability called Pork Sword. Sorry, minced meat, that's another one. And I'm going to calm the samurai. Streaming and crafting gathering. I've actually never heard much about that, honestly. I honestly, I can't really see the whole appeal of it, but I could be wrong. I do want to try more things. Like, I do want to stream more, and I might try streaming more to YouTube than I do Twitch. I don't really get a lot of viewers on Twitch because not many people know I exist on Twitch, and I guess this way for YouTube, it's more easier for me, more easier for you guys to know when I'm streaming, and I guess it's more easy, it's all in one place, and my streams actually stay, unlike Twitch that deletes streams after you stream them, and so that way anybody can watch them if they miss the stream. But anyways, guys, thank you all again so much for coming to the stream. It's always been a pleasure talking with you guys and having a good time in chat. So, I usually make Final Fantasy XIV content, but I always like to make other gaming content. Like right now, I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty Modern Warfare, because I've always been a fan of Call of Duty, and not Infinite Warfare, World War II, and Black Ops 4, and Cold War, but I do like Call of Duty, and I'm always playing other games like Halo, new games on my Nintendo Switch, and some other games I'm playing on PlayStation. So always stay tuned for more gaming content, and follow me on Twitter, and I almost said Twitch. Follow me on Twitch just in case if I do decide to stream more on Twitch. And I will see you guys later. I hope you all have a wonderful night. Umbra out.